welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to be working on the K-Truck. This is day, like, I'm honestly gonna say like 15 waiting on registration. So the only thing that keeps me sane at this point is just continuing to work on the truck. So when I do get the plates, there's no waiting process. It's not like, damn, I wish I painted the rims, I wish I painted the bed, I wish I sounded in the interior, I wish I painted the calipers, I wish I washed the truck. I did all that already, so I'm literally just waiting on plates at this point. So what we're gonna do in this video is I really just want to paint the rims. I still haven't bought the tires because I feel like that isn't a necessity yet. And the rims aren't even in bad shape like that. Like, the sidewalls aren't that bad on this one. I think just one of them. Oh, two of them. That one is pretty rough, as you can see. And this one is pretty rough, as you can see. But I'm not gonna go too crazy on fixing it. It shouldn't take that long. So to get this job done, I'm just gonna use Duplicolor. I use the same brand to do my calipers. I got 3 bottles. I feel like that's more than enough, honestly. 1.5 cans is primer. I don't have like 1,000 grit, 800 grit and stuff like that. I do have a 60 grit, a 400, and I think that's like a 40 if I end up needing it. Gonna use this to clean the rims really nice. Gonna use this to wash them really good, and then the good old index trick. So step 1 is just gonna be to clean and degrease the wheel. So I'm gonna do that first. Then after that, I'm gonna sand it, get some of these markings off. I'm gonna try to do the best I can. After that, we're going to prep it. So I'm gonna put some alcohol after, dry everything off, get it nice and ready for paint. I'm gonna paint both sides too, so this side and this side. After that, I'm gonna spray the primer. Luckily, I'm not using these tires, so I don't have to be too careful, but I don't wanna go crazy. And then lastly, we're gonna spray the 3 cans of paint. I'm just gonna do black. Initially, I was gonna do like a rose gold color, but I feel like the rims are too small to have any real color pop. That's why I end up painting the drums and calipers. I don't know if I showed you guys, but end up painting the drums red. Can't really see. And then the calipers red and the tow hook. But before we start all this, let's just call right now. See if we get a live reaction if my plates are ready. Pretty sure they're not.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I'm calling about the Daihatsu. Any luck, or?
Which one? What's the name of it?
The Daihatsu HiJet, the imported car?
No, that one, they need to take a look at it next week, for sure. They got approved, but they have to create some bid number stuff.
So...
You just had a meeting with them. But they got everything what you needed, but they need a couple of days more, that's all.
So I have to do something or no?
No, you don't have to. They approve it, already approve it. So they too busy to do it now, but they promise they will finish it next week, wrap it up everything.
All right, so you think by the middle of the week?
Yeah, a couple of days more.
All right.
Keep you updated. Thank you, sir. Okay.
All right. Well, we knew it was gonna be an L, so I'm not really mad. But whatever, let's paint these wheels.
Jayo, is that you?
Alright, now that the wheels are nice and dry, I'm going to use what I have. I wish I had higher grit sandpaper. Like I said earlier, this one is like a 70 or 80. I think it's 80, and this one is like a 400. So just gonna sand what I can here. Luckily, they're not too terrible. Well, 2 of them are not too bad, 2 of them are terrible. So with that being said, let's do a quick little time lapse of this. And alright, sanding is done. Now let's just make sure the area is nice and clean. I got myself some alcohol, and then we'll do the first couple coats of primer. And you want to make sure you're getting every single nook and cranny, because you want the paint to stay and have something to latch onto. So for video purposes and experimental purposes, I'm only gonna prep 2 wheels with index cards. And then I'm gonna do 2 without, because there's just not a lot of room, and I wanna make sure I get every bit of the wheel, because whoever painted this before me, he left out a lot of parts. So just for the primer, I'm just not gonna put it on those two wheels, and we'll see what happens. So let's do the first coat of primer. Not really too worried about getting everything covered. See, look, like the cards, it's already kind of windy. I'm about to honestly, yeah, we're just not gonna use this. We're just not gonna use it. All right, 3 coats in. They look like mini R32 GTR wheels right here. So I'm gonna let these dry for about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna do the 3 cans of black. I think that should be enough. If 1 can could primer all 3, I'm probably just gonna end up using 2, but I wanna make sure it's perfect. I think the primer is nice and dry. I'm gonna do the first color of this. I heard really good things about Duplicolor high performance wheel coating, so we'll see. I'll give you guys an opinion after, but let's do the first coat. All right, so I'm 1 can in. It's very glossy. Not sure if the GoPro's picking it up, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go and buy like a matte coating, because the truck bed coating isn't very glossy. This coating isn't very glossy, and I could have painted it the same as that. I still have some cans left. They're right here. Oh no, not that. Right here. I could have painted the same way, but I don't know. I kind of felt like I wanted the rims to shine. I don't know if I'm gonna regret it. We'll see. Worst comes to worst, I'll put like 2 coats of that over this and do it pretty sketch. But I'm gonna see how it looks on the car first. I'm gonna put the 2 tires that aren't destroyed on this side and see how it looks. And if it looks a little crazy, I'll just put 2 coats over, or we'll see what happens. So let's continue this. I'm definitely only gonna need 2 cans, maybe 1.5 cans, honestly, but it's coming along pretty well. All right, so here's how it's looking. I might do 1 more coat. I could have did a better job of prep and sanding. You kind of see the little nicks, but I don't plan on having these rims on for that long. I don't like how they're that thin. As you see right here, I think it's like a 145, 55, 12 these are. And these aren't much wider, so I'm gonna buy maybe like a 170, 70, 13. Fill in the wheel gap a little bit, but I wanna get an actual, like, I think like the old Prelude wheels, like the old Super wheels fit this too. So I'm gonna get something like that more down the line, especially when it gets colder and it gets close to snow, because I know these are not gonna cut it. Not sure if the camera's picking it up. It is in the sun, but these are very glossy. Let me look at this wheel. These are very glossy. I don't think I'm gonna paint them over. I think that's kind of doing a lot. But you see how like that's matte, that's matte. Everything is matte. I did the wipers over. I didn't show you guys in the video, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put these wheels on and see how it looks. If it looks that bad, I might. And I'm not gonna lie, I should have explored the option of painting them white, because white rims on a white car look fire. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just let these dry. Might do 1 more coat. It came out very good though. I don't know if you guys can see. It looks nice. So hopefully I get my plates, I don't know, Wednesday, middle of the week. That'd be perfect. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting WayBeforeTheFame too. These shorts were flying like hot cakes. I think there's only 1 left, and it's a navy extra large. So if you're watching this and you're an extra large, use code HiJet for 50% off. Thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. Hopefully sometime in the future I can do like some K-Truck merch, and I'll do a meet and help some guys out if they want to do some merch too, because we got to get the scene up and popping over here in Queens. So last thing I'm doing now is just getting the center part. It still looks pretty gray on most of them. I just finished it, but I don't want it to have that primer color, so that's how it looks now. That's the rim. I think it looks pretty good. These bees keep flying on it though, and it's really killing me, but looks pretty good. Let's let these dry, and then we're gonna mount them and see how it looks. So it's the next day. The wheels have been drying overnight, and they look amazing. I'm not sure if you can see the little sparkles it has in here. I'm happy I end up using the Doobie Color paint because that paint is cool, the one I use for the trim and stuff, but I don't know how good it would look on wheels. So with that being said, I'm happy I used this. I'm gonna mount 2 of them right now just to see how it looks, and if it looks fire, maybe I'll just order the tires today. They're pretty cheap. So I'm an idiot. I just put the wheels on and I took them off and I realized I didn't even pick up the camera, but I did take a picture, so here's how that looks. I put the wheel locks on too. They look good, they don't stick out that much, but I got some good news and got me sidetracked. So my guy sent me some 3-day temporary registration. So what we're gonna do right now is drive to a tire shop, put these on because I'm gassed, and I get to drive legally till Monday. So I'm going to make some content with that. Maybe I'll drive around, show you guys in the next video. There's a lot of family members, a lot of friends that haven't seen the truck yet, and they haven't seen it like this especially. They seen it the way it looked when it was stock and ugly. So what I'm gonna do now is maybe drive to the tire shop. If I get a good price, I know I could get them on eBay for like $160, $170, and installed, let's say it's $100. So if I could pay less than $300, I guess I'll get them mounted and everything and do that today. But with that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you like mini truck content, if you like Wait for the Fame content, continue subscribing. Definitely leave a like, and see you next time.